There ain't no turning back.
No turning back now. You're looking at the top of Mammoth Mountain where the snow is melting fast for quite a few days now. And that was a skate ski clinic hosted by Nancy and Laurel Fiddler up in the Lakes Basin out of the Tamarack Cross Country Ski Center. And now is a great time of the year to get out early, and it's fast skate skiing. It's so much fun. You can go out on the lakes, as you can see. Well, today will be another warm day, the warmest day of the week. It is Thursday, April 10th, 2025. Well, hello. If I had to pick my favorite time of the year, it would definitely be spring, because we can still be skiing, alpine, backcountry, cross country, and beautiful weather down here in town, especially down in the Owens Valley. That was a skate ski clinic hosted by Nancy and Laurel Fiddler. I guess it was costume day with that little group of people that were training out on Lake Mamie for a little bit. Another thing I love about this time of the year is you can take your cross country skis off groomed trails, and the snow is consolidated enough to support you, and you just want to hit it when it's just right, when it's just softening up, just much like up on Mammoth Mountain. It was 66 in town yesterday, 58 degrees at the main lodge, and 45 degrees for a high at the top of Mammoth Mountain. And down at Mammoth Airport, it was even 72 degrees. That's kind of like perfect temperature, 30.40 barometric pressure. It is Thursday, April the 10th, 2025. Hello everyone, I'm Dan McConnell. So obviously I'm cutting back on how many times I do the weather. I did the weather throughout the whole winter, last fall and the winter, and then the early spring. Over 120 forecasts, or actually reports I call it, because I'm definitely not a meteorologist, but boy, what a great winter it was. Turned out to be near normal throughout California, a little bit below normal here in Mammoth Lakes. So temps today are expected to peak during this current high pressure pattern, with a little cool down over the weekend, but then high pressure moves in again early next week, with this dry and warm weather continuing. And the common question this time of the year is, when is the best time to ski? Well, the simple answer is when the snow starts to soften, and it changes every day a little bit, but the pattern usually runs with the temperatures warming up between the highest temperatures of the day between noon and 4 o'clock, and every day around 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Yesterday the window was between 9 and 11 up in the Lakes Basin as far as cross-country skiing, kind of assuming it's about the same up on the mountain. But you kind of have to follow the sun, the east to the south to the west throughout the whole day. But get up there and have some fun. It's always a good idea to bring some liquid wax. This is what I use. I always have this in my pocket in the springtime, and definitely you want to bring some sunscreen with you, because we have about 13 and a half hours of sunlight this time of the year. And Thursday, 13 hours of sunlight. The sun comes up at 6:28, sets at 7:25, so that's about 13 hours of sunlight. Saturday is a full pink moon, and today the moon comes up at about 5:40 p.m., a couple hours before sunset. Mammoth Mountain's in full operation. They're hosting the Far West Super G Finals Friday through Monday this week, and then Saturday up at the Unbound Park out of the main lodge, they'll be open from 4 until 7 p.m. That's Saturday, the Unbound Park open from 4 to 7 p.m. So you can kind of get up there and ride late in the afternoon and early evening before the sun goes down. There's country music at the Mill over the weekend, and maybe there might be a mechanical bull on Saturday up at the Mill restaurant down at the bottom of Chair 2. In 1825 on this day, the first hotel opened in Hawaii. In 1849, Walter Hunt patented the safety pin, which is a pretty cool invention, and he sold the rights for $100. 1849. 1912, the Titanic set sail. We know what happened a couple days later. The only thing that was happy after that was the live lobsters in the restaurant. 1988, 48 million shares of Navistar stock changed hands. It was the largest single trade ever on Wall Street. And boy, you saw what happened yesterday on Wall Street. What is next? It's Joseph Pulitzer's birthday, who put up the first Pulitzer Prize. He was a publisher and set aside money to keep doing that until whatever, maybe the end of time. Max van Sydow's birthday, he was in Dune and Flash Gordon. Omar Sharif of Dr. Zhivago and Lawrence of Arabia. And also Brian Setzer of the Stray Cats. And I guess they call him Herb, Alexander of Primus. His birthday. Also, a local Chris Topham, happy birthday, Chris. Laura Panaghetti's birthday. Are you down in Bishop? Chelsea Nash up here in Mammoth, happy birthday, Chelsea. Paul Ganese, who was a chef, I think, up at Mammoth Mountain for a while, but now he's back in the middle part of the country. April Strong Murrell up in Incline Village, and Julio Chavarria down in the industrial park does a lot of work on cars. Happy birthday, Julio. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Make today the best day ever. How can you not? And we'll see you on the slopes, see you out on my bike, see you cross country skiing. Put on lots of sunscreen and bring some wax. To get all that,